Alright. There. OBS says it's going. YouTube agrees. I just launched the game and this is what it's showing me. That there's a new Epic Mercenary. I have no idea. I don't even think this is an update. Maybe it's because I finished that one quest line concerning Atlantis that now this is here. I don't know. We shall see. I'm also trying to get the YouTube filter thing to work. Not filter, preview. Why did I say filter? I don't... I'm tired. I have been tired for weeks. Some days are better than others. I've been buried so deep in these games. I mean, to give you an idea, this is at around 80 hours, and I haven't even finished yet. I was doing Assassin's Creed Origins before this. I don't even think I had a day. Well, maybe... No, I may have had a day, because I needed to write and put up the review for Assassin's Creed Origins. But between just the gameplay of that and this is over 150 hours. And that was basically day after day after day after day. I know it just... Okay, I think it was just reminding me that I have this stuff. Okay, this is weird. So... Shouldn't there be 4 clues? Oh, yeah, shouldn't there be 4 clues, 1 from each? Well, no, I take that back. There shouldn't be. Because if I am correct... Where the hell am I, by the way? I'm over here. Okay. Oh, image of the day, that's right. That is kind of weird. If I'm correct and this is Cleon, then beating... Then there's probably going to be some sort of mission that reveals another clue associated with him. So that makes sense. That makes sense. That's something.
It's so quiet here. Nothing like the rest of the green.
I'm not talking to you. I don't really know what's going on, because it's like there's 3 conquest options? What the hell? I don't know. And one of them seems to be locked, apparently. I'm just gonna do stuff. Oh, man. And I'm just saying, what? Unfortunately, after this, I'm gonna be doing some recordings, not a review, but something else in a different game. And I need those videos by one video at least by next week. I'll be able to do that. At worst, it's just like Saturday or Sunday, maybe. I just, you know... I haven't even decided how I want to do that. Might be like a half-hour video, so it wouldn't be too bad. It'll take like 3-4 hours to process, but... Yeah, I'm gonna head over. I'm sure I'll be back over here. We got that then. But yeah, because unlike this, those other videos I actually do process myself. Because I actually do apply filters to those. Oh, you know, hang on. Oh, I think. Yes. Am I gonna get Can I get information on that guy? No, wasn't any of them. Wasn't these guys. On the other hand, it might not be listed yet. The nonchalant. He's got a huge ass hammer. Well, I got a hammer too. Nice big hammer. Jason's hammer. I actually don't recall that Jason had a hammer, but I don't doubt it. Man, I'm having fun. Oh. Forgot I had chill on.
Bella.
You know, one thing kind of funny is that I wasn't fortunate enough to get a key for this so that I could play it early. With how long it's taken me, I wouldn't have been able to finish it then anyway. It's like, even if they had given me a week, I wouldn't have been able to finish it. And a week would actually be a lot. Have I even gotten a week? I screwed up there. I forgot that I would have the ability to assassinate him still. But yeah, I mean, that is kind of crazy. That even a week would not have been enough. And I mean, that's if I can actually not be tongue-tied for a moment, that's just, you know, because I want to do everything. That's just how I want to play games for myself and how I want the reviews to be, unless it's a game I really am not enjoying, and I really am enjoying this. It's just, you know, this is how I want to be able to say, yes, I did everything, and also be able to say, yeah, all this, you know, this is the time to do everything. You know, one thing that would be kind of neat that crossed my mind? That site, How Long to Beat, where people can submit times. It would be kind of neat if there were an API so that a game like this could be set up. I mean, it should be something to give permission. Where it will phone into that website and just give what the completion times are for different saves for your save. I would be fully okay with that. Just as a blanket thing for like all games. You know? I mean, unfortunately, not all games track that information, and I wish they did. There's like certain. If I were to put together a list of things that I wish all games had to make it easier when reviewing, that would be one of them. It's just built-in check for built-in game time monitor. There we go. I know I've thought of others that I would want, other features that I would want in games to make it easy. I just don't remember what the others are that I've thought of.
There'll be trouble if I'm spotted here.
And even then, even when I do finish this playthrough, I want to at least start another and get it probably like 3 hours into it. I think this is how it would work out. It's like, assuming that you still start on Catalonia as Alexios, I'd want to get off of Catalonia. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't kill her. Damn it. now I want to think, what was some of the other things? I mean, unquestionable time.
Somebody get me out of here!
There you go.
My thanks.
You know, a benchmark utility is nice,
Free at last! I'm
but
forever indebted to you, friend!
it's nice, but not necessarily in the ways that some people may think when I say that. Because, I was like, there are reasons why you don't want to just use a built-in benchmark for getting performance numbers out of the game, and YouTube is still just being kind of weird. In fact, let me just... OBS is happy, so I'm just gonna not worry about it. And in theory, YouTube will still report if there is an issue. It's just not wanting to show things to me. Anyway, but a built-in benchmark is helpful for just testing just quickly for yourself, like your own personal tests. Like for this game, you know, after I started, you know, quickly, because what's that? Oh. What the hell? Hang on. Hang on. I'll look at this one. Okay. Because it's going to be more representative of the performance of the game, the full game, than the first 5 minutes of the game. So it's like, yeah, you know, try your settings, run the benchmark, and does it seem to be appropriate? Oh man, I can't get more information. Hang on, maybe I can. How can I... that So, spam email, undoubtedly. Testers needed new survival/defense tool. I have no idea why anyone would think this would make sense for me. Q5 to Q5 tactical. I don't even know if that's a thing. Return path Q5.tactical at Ropili Barber to Nito Scribbing? I have no clue. You know how there are, like, the reading mean tweets? Or just reading tweet videos out there? I think it would be funny if somebody set up an email account. Oh, it could be funny. That they did their best to get on every single spam list. And then just had videos of reading through some of the spam. Of course, it could also be really scary because there might be people that would see and be like, wait, that was spam? In theory, yeah, I can't even highlight them, so I'm safe here. Because I'm the leader of the Daughters of Artemis. Even the animals won't attack me. This is awesome! Okay, now over to that. This is a colorful island. I like this island. This is pretty neat. It's also performing rather well. I mean, it's like right now it's in the 60s. Oh man, I'm gonna hate trying to get performance data out of this game. There's so many variables to it. I'm like, right now this is good, but there are other places, like even underground, where it's worse. It's like there's so much that can be called. Why is it worse? It's weird. It's a bore. Like this right here, I would not actually think this would be around 60. Okay, just out of curiosity. Yeah, it's doing that. And I'll bet, hang on. Let me quickly look at this. Yeah. It is so weird. So because it is that hot, the GPU is throttling. So I do not know why. I do not know. Well, hang on. I got one crazy idea that could maybe help. It's a crazy idea. If I if I get rid of the power limit, have that pushed up to 50. If I drop that back down to 0, so it's just got the undervolt on there. That would probably help. Alright.
Don't take another!
There we go. You know, one thing I do have to say does disappoint me. It is not a very explorative game for buildings. It's not like, oh yeah, there's other entrances you can use. Okay, do that. Nice. I actually pulled that off. Alright. Oh, I see. The battleground is right here. Okay. Oh, hang on. Which is the harder? In theory, it should be... Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even notice those. And Samuel's is just... Oh, wait. I need to head down to Koss as well. Okay. That's connected. It's part of the same region. I did not notice that initially, so yeah, I need to do that then. I like these islands. It's just nice because it's self-contained. It's very easy to know that yeah, you're doing everything.
You are going to kill someone!
It's not, you know. Hang on, I'm gonna do that quick. It's not like the mainland where it's just all over. Okay. There. That's actually not the right. Okay. There. There. So that should maybe help. I'm also gonna turn on chill for now, just to let just to help the GPU cool down. I just removed the power limit, pulled it down from the plus 50%, that is its max and how I normally run it, down to 0. I want to see how that goes, because if that keeps the temperatures in check, the overall performance will be better, because it will be a clock out. Because the card is capable. I mean, typically in these games, it's into 1500 megahertz in there very comfortably. This when it's reaching up towards into the 80s, 80 degrees, it's much lower. It's actually in the 1400s. That's significant. Whoops. I mean, as I've said before, this is a game that definitely, it being in like even down to 30, it's still playable. It's not a fast-paced action game. Even in combat, it's really not. There's not a problem using chill for now. Okay, how do I get in? Oh, no, it's up here. I know it's... oh, yes, okay, yeah. That's where I want to go. The other question mark was the town itself. Alright. Yes, you are much happier. Let's turn chill off. Let's watch. That should hopefully keep it out. No, it's just going right on back up. So if I look at this, then, well, wait a minute. But what it's showing for the speed is a little bit better. Is better. I don't know. Well, it's still possible. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, as it is, though, it doesn't make sense that it was pushing quite like this either.
Thank you, my friend.
What I mean by that is it doesn't make sense that it was going up to 85. It should have been cranking the fan up to stay at 75. So the fact they would go to 85 and just be happy there is weird. And I'd seen that, and I saw it do that not long ago, but that was also when looking at a game that I didn't have the right drivers for yet. It wasn't out yet. How did I just get anything concerning being a monster? These are pirates or bandits. I'm not trying to get far. If you want to come and get me, you can try. You can come and get my spear. See? You got my spear. You have it again, and again. And one last time. Right. That takes care of the island. I will admit, I feel like there should be something more. That doesn't look like it's actually been discovered. Oh, yeah. Okay, so warp here. Alright, yeah, so for consistency I'm gonna push the power limit back up. That's how I have been playing. I mean, it's still playable, it's just very weird that it's doing this.
Ready for sailing!
Oh, no, he is. He's right there. Very weird. Alright, first to here. Then down to Koss.
Slow down!
I've gotten so used to the male voice, it's weird. It's like I do think, wait, is that right? Yes, that's right.
We've reached open water, Commander.
It almost looks like YouTube is acting out with the live preview page, and so I tried to reload it. Now it's not wanting to work. Alright, well at least it is clear. It is done, it is taken care of. And I got some of the blue stuff too, so... Oh, let me quickly do this. Yeah, I think YouTube is actually just having problems right now. I think even the homepage isn't loading up fully. Okay, looking at... Holy crap, it's weird to see... It's weird to see, like, actually good... I mean, true, it's not on level of anyone popular, but still good statistics. Kinda doubt I'll see that in the future, but, you know, whatever.
Let's go!
I know not to do things like these videos because they're popular necessarily, but
Fast as we can!
they're appropriate and make sense to do, and are things I want to do.
We've got the fight coming!
No, we don't. Yeah, YouTube is just not wanting to load up the page for me. It's not on the laptop. Yeah, I do these review playthroughs because I think that even if they don't get watched, it's a statement of transparency. Hey, you can see what I experienced, what has actually gone into my review, along with, since I got the mic going, my commentary on it all. So, and sometimes a commentary on other things. It depends on how talkative I feel, but you know. So in that regard, I think it's a good idea, and it's also not a way of anyone else doing it. Okay. Oh, there's a dock here. Perfect.
Get the oars out!
The commander's leaving the helm!
I'm gonna get a drink while it's going. Hydration is very important. And in case anyone's wondering, it is just water. I tend not to drink anything else. If I do drink anything else, it'll be like orange juice or something. I'm boring. I am boring. Don't like the taste of alcohol, so I don't drink it, and I haven't... I'm pretty sure it's been more than a decade since I've had any alcoholic beverage. I prefer the rats to the scorpions, which is probably actually not a good view. Because I could see it being where, no, rats are worse because of all the fleas and the diseases that those carry on them. Because that's one of the things, is that there's a number of diseases people associate with rats, and it's like, no, it's not the rats, it's the fleas on them. Whereas the scorpions, though, it's like, well, yeah, they can just kill you directly, but that's only if they want to. Let's... look around this way first. What is this? What the hell? What is on the other side? Oh, that was lucky. I can move this? Why? Oh, good. There's the stuff. Stele. Stele? How the hell that? How does it get? How's it pronounced? Oh, and by the way, in case anyone's curious, this is the evening video. I'm doing 2 videos today. The previous one I did was 5 hours. I don't need to do more than that. And by more than that, I mean more than that end of this video. And tomorrow, I don't know how late I may be willing to be up for it evening. So we'll just have to see. I have something to do the day after, so I want to make sure I get enough sleep. We'll take some critical thought. It's like science tends to. Especially when it's so that you can teach it to people. Huh. I wish I knew what that imagery was meaning. I didn't like that. Okay, this is good. This is good. Where do I go next? There. Okay, so with that one done, it's only this stuff up here that I haven't done. And like half of this whole thing. I'm saying this is a nightmare to me. Just as far as the whole, trying to complete everything, because it's just a big open area. It's like an island, it's nice, it's contained, it's easy to decide this is the path I want to take. Not with that. And also I just want to say, I do kind of wish that you could have a view, that it would give you a view so you could see who, is it Athens or Sparta that's leading. Because then you need to work to actually like divide it in half, or maybe do a checkerboard kind of thing. You just there's some fun stuff with that. I mean, I know that's not the goal here, but it's still, it could be fun. Now I wonder if I'm going to see Aspasia again. I think I will. Because if it is... Oh, yeah, wait. One of the things talks about after Cleon is killed and he's a leader of the cult. I would think that she is going to be in some way involved in that, if only as a commentary afterward about, like, how he... It is because of him that Pericles was killed. I also kind of hope that Nicholas shows up. And I have a feeling he will, because I know I've seen headlines for stuff concerning this game about how to get the best ending. And so my guess is that that may include him reappearing. Him showing up. Assuming you didn't kill him, which I didn't. I'm sorry, it just occurred to me. Nicholas is very much a tragic hero in the Greek for a Greek play. Being stuck between duty to the gods and duty to his family, and ultimately he decided to on the duty to the gods. And that is very much a Greek tragedy kind of thing. Actually, this way? But I do think it was also evident that he was in pain when we met him. That he did not want to do that, but he felt he needed to. He did not want to throw her off the thing, but throw her off the cliff, but felt that that is what he needed to do. Not defending him, but just that's the position that character was in, felt himself in. And I mean, in a way that is a defense, because it's his faith was that he needed to do the will of his gods, and in this case it was, this is what you need to do, so he did it. It put me out right here. Ah, crap. Well, maybe it won't be... Okay, one is there. Okay, there's the other. I'm sorry, I'm just remembering that that farm on the other island that was just huge. Oh, yeah, let's actually take care of this. Was this something I put a point into? That's right, I was put a point in here. It would be kind of neat to go around with a bear. Yay, I'm actually kind of happy about that. Now the question is, will there be any awareness or mention of Phoebe? I kind of hope so. I mean, especially since this is a quest, so it could have been scripted to appear only later. Only after her death, her murder, really. Is it weird that that makes me happy to see? That you will actually, you can go up the wrong side of the ladder and it just spins you around. Because I feel like that's something that not all games did in the past. Okay, this is dangerous, let's do it. Oh no, he moved, I'm good. You saw nothing. You, however, definitely saw this.
You'll beg for mercy when I'm finished with you.
Okay, you wait there. Okay, I'm not going to buy these bottles.
That's quite a sight. I'll catch up.
He wouldn't let me assassinate until I had looted. I think I'm good to run over here.
Marcos?
Kassandra?
How?
Kept myself busy, haven't I? No time to explain here. Get me out.
Looks like he will be someone I need to carry, so definitely end this guy first. Alright, he's ended. Huh. Go players. Not bad, not bad. Not great. Especially since, well, no, I guess going more into assassin damage wouldn't be bad from how I've been playing. At some point, there was actually part of me that was thinking about doing it like off recording, but that would kind of be counter to what I'm trying to do. There. I just want to make sure. Yep.
You're as nimble as ever. Now, carry me to my house on the other side of the mountain.
I have to carry you the whole way?
I'm so weak. I'm so frail.
Ugh, fine.
Somehow I suspect it did not take long for when Kassandra was growing up to be, to surpass him.
Marcos? Another vineyard?
I am nothing if not consistent, my friend.
But is it successful?
Ah, much better. No one makes a hasty exit like you.
You're welcome.
Let's talk.
Kassandra, welcome to the newest of the Marcos estates. I wasn't expecting company, but one must always be prepared. Wine?
Marcos, I can't believe you're here.
Believe it, my friend. I'm not a man of one city, but of all cities. Who am I to deny the rest of the Greek world what I have to offer?
What brings you to Kos, of all places?
I've learned a thing or two about soil. Turns out Kefalonia wasn't the best place for grapes. Plus, the locals here love wine.
Everybody loves wine.
On top of that, Kefalonia isn't as busy as it was before. Plague came from Chaosos and many died. It was bad for business.
Been here long?
Long enough to establish myself as the foremost wine seller in Kos. Well, the one wine seller in Kos. The koans will come around eventually.
You made it a long way from home.
I could say the same to you. Did you find what you were looking for?
I did. I found my mother.
What a coincidence! I found my mama too!
Here, in Kos?
Since Kos is her home, Kos is my home too! Say hello, mama!
Let's be nice.
I see the resemblance.
We come from a sturdy stock, she and I.
I remember you telling me your mother died a long time ago.
Right, this is my adopted mama. We've become so close, she wouldn't have it any other way.
Come on, Marcos. The truth.
Well, Mama is the owner of the vineyard. When her husband met his untimely death, it was going to be auctioned off. Something had to be done.
So you stepped in to help. How generous.
It's ridiculous a wonderful lady such as Mama cannot inherit her own property. Now we run the vineyard together. Isn't that right, Mama?
Seems about right
She'd
for
put up
Marcos,
a
really.
fuss if she disagreed. It's her land, but she shares it with her precious son, me!
Yeah.
Don't think I've forgotten that Marcos always has a plan. Sounds like one of your schemes.
Kassandra, that was the old Marcos. These days, I live a peaceful life.
You were tied up in a fort. That's peaceful?
About that. I have a bit of a problem on my hands.
Why am I not surprised?
But it's something I know you could help me with, my friend. I know your credentials.
Go on.
You know me. I borrow some drachmi, and before I know it, they're calling me the Khan of Kos. All thanks to the Cerberus, whom I owe the most.
The Cerberus? First the Cyclops, now this? Don't tell me it's a three-headed dog.
Don't be ridiculous. This is nothing like the Cyclops. This time I wish to make a peace offering with nothing less than my finest wine.
Finest. Palatable, maybe.
Kassandra, you're like family to me. And since I'm family to you, I'm sure you wouldn't mind helping.
You're sure, are you?
I promise I can afford to pay you this time. Just take my wine to the Cerberus. Simple.
Fine. For old time's sake.
I can always count on you, and the Cerberus can count on a nice wine pairing with dinner. Take it to his house.
The Cerberus better not bite me.
Somehow I doubt this is going to be safe wine to drink. Alright. And the leader's on this one, so I know I can assassinate him.
Ella. Move.
Goodness. Quick save right now.
Are you the Cerberus?
Who wants to know?
Whew. Only one head. A gift for you. Have you ever had Marcos's wine? It's the best of the best.
What's so good about it?
If you savor your wine, you'll like it. It's very rich.
He's not gonna win me over with wine. I never forget whose purse my drachmi goes into.
It's a peace offering. I thank you for waiting so patiently for him to pay you back.
Then drink with me, if you think it's so good.
All right.
It's poisoned!
No, that's just the wine.
You tricked me.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Guards! Guards!
Enjoy taking your life.
So it didn't look like I was gaining any bounties, so I'm guessing these guys are technically bandits. But then when you think about it, in some ways, Marco's considered a bandit. Okay, I don't want to go there. Or do I? No, maybe I do. Oh wait, no, nope, nope, nope. I know I don't. I know I don't. Don't I? Boy, is it weird. Okay.
Still have the taste of Marcos's wine in my mouth.
There's no way to avoid it being me, so I might as well just... Oh, I killed the donkey by accident. I was right next to it. Oh, hey! He's a mercenary. Somewhere. There it is. At some point I really should go back to the arena. Since everybody got leveled up to 50, there might be new rewards associated with beating them. Oh, it's right here. Perfect. And then I will kill the leader.
I'm here for your bounty!
cannot kick this person off. And you do still have the, oh, there is also a question mark down here.
The cause when he changed the other day.
You probably won't last long in this business.
Nice. Honestly, was not expecting that to actually kill her. It is enjoyable to be able to just kill those guys in one hit. I mean, that critical assassination really is just a... I've been seeing some people putting out lists of what they think are the most valuable. I mean, to me, it's the healing, either the elemental damage, the fire, or the poison. Because just having that can be useful. The shield destruction and the critical assassination, definitely. Oh, also that thing, the two there. Oh my god, that's lovely. Other things are nice too, especially among the passives. But
She's returned. Let me guess. The Cerberus wants to order another amphora's worth.
The wine made us sick, Marcos.
Impossible. It was my best batch. I double-checked.
If you wanted him dead, you should have told me.
I did tell you. I'm a new Marcos. I don't want people dead. I want what's right. But that isn't good news.
Either way, he's dead now.
Dead? That's just great. I guess there's only two left to deal with now.
Two?
The the Cerberus is 3 men, brothers. That's why they're called the Cerberus. Get it?
Now you tell me? Expect revenge from the brothers, then.
What to do? What to do? What am I saying? Kassandra, this is when we strike.
Strike? You and what army?
I have a demigod for a best friend. That's an army as strong as 20 soldiers.
So what are you going to do?
They need to be spooked. As Mama says, a threat is like a bear. Very scary. We'll burn the Cerberus's farm. Specifically, the silos.
That's not a good idea.
When have you had reason not to trust me? Don't answer that, my friend. Just trust me.
It better work. Though I'm skeptical.
It's even worth sacrificing them as potential customers.
Do you want the crops burned, too?
They grow herbs, harmless plants for medicine. It's just the silos that should go. Blow them up!
You couldn't have mentioned there were 3 of them before?
I thought it was implied. Having triplets runs in their family.
That's a lot of Cerberuses.
Let's hope they don't procreate and have Cerberus puppies.
I'll pay their farm a visit.
Give them a good scare. I'm pretty sure it's the farm in Astipalia City. Their goons are always hanging around.
The farm in Astipalia City? I burned those silos and I didn't see any Cerberus there.
What? Their soldiers are always hanging around.
I'm sure. There were only scared farmers.
No dogs and no Cerberus. Maybe it's not their farm after all.
Oh, God.
We sure dodged that arrow.
It won't stop the Cerberus from coming for you.
Are you going to make me beg? Because I'll beg! Spare me from the Cerberus!
Marcos!
Have I led you down the wrong path? A few times, yes. Many times, maybe. But this is it for me, my friend.
I can't keep you safe if you keep getting into trouble, Marcos.
Think back to that sunny day when I found you, Kassandra. That was your day of need, and Marcos came to the rescue. Come to my rescue today!
I've paid you back plenty.
I would
I can't deny.
love an
But
opportunity
the
for Marini
Cerberus
and
will
Marcos
come with
to
its
meet.
dogs and its devotees, and I'll be finished. Protect me, and we'll come out on top.
There's that we again.
I'll tell you what. You protect me, and you get Mama's beloved battle axe. She used to be quite the fighter, believe it or not.
All right, let's keep you alive.
Oh, I've never heard words more sweet. You'll never get rid of me now.
That's why I do what I do.
And just in time, I hear them approaching. All right, Marcos, this is it. The grand finale.
Don't you
We did it, my friend. I'd say I was invincible, but I don't want to jinx myself.
Yes, that's why you're alive.
I joke, I joke. I owe you everything, Kassandra. For this, you get a lifetime supply of wine and my friendship. Lucky you. Oh, and Mama's ass. Life will now be simple. All thanks to you. It's always thanks to you.
A less dramatic life is just what you need, Marcos.
Go now, and adventure. Come back any time for that cup of wine.
Right. We'll see about that.
Alright. Alright. No, actually, while this loads, let me do that. Huh, didn't realize I hadn't fixed that. 500 internal server error. A team of trained monkeys is working on it. So yeah, fortunately the ingest server is still working. I think. I really hope so. OBS would throw an error about a disconnect if that were the case. But just in case there is an issue, I will save onto a separate... You know, I'll actually do that now. Yeah. Okay. See, this way, that'll be the top one, so... I'll just say there, so if I do need to redo this, I can. I really don't want to. The idea of having to repeat hours is not a pleasant one.
The mighty Eagle Bearer. Rumor has it you command one of the fiercest ships at sea. Maybe you'd be interested in making some drachmi of it?
Depends how.
Join Athens as we set sail to destroy the Spartan navy. That's all.
My crew and ship are ready.
Excellent. We'll set sail shortly.
Oars down! Ready to shoot! Forward! Enemies are close! Archer to the front! Run! Watch for fire! Watch for those arrows! Rowers! Go! Back!
Out of sight, out of mind.
What the issue is with YouTube. Unfortunately, I don't know what 500 server error means.
Archers! We need you!
They're about to lose!
We've reached full speed!
Back on safe water.
Get the oars ready! Head for over water! We're moving now! Sails down! Oars at the ready! Archers! Fire! Spear volley!
Nothing to worry about now.
Oh, that's right. That's one of my enemies doing that. The grenade is what I'm referring to. I thought I needed to. Well, I thought I needed to dodge out of the way, but I don't. Why did I hit 3? I never hit 3. Just one left.
Increase speed! Ready the oars! Go! Attack! Archers! Get ready! Run! Archers! Take your mark! Now!
Commander, they're trying to ram us! We fought a good fight. Not for the last time, I'm sure.
Get that sail down!
Alright, now where do I want to go? What I well, here, continue Odyssey, continue Odyssey, continue Odyssey. So, I think I'll actually do that. Yeah. Which means coming all the way down here. I do want to first head down that peninsula. Grab things there. See, the funny thing is, this is actually a situation I like being in games, where it's like, I've done everything, so in theory I should be able to just punch through the campaign pretty easily, but there's still plenty to distract me. But it's exploration distraction, and I like that. It's good, in my opinion. At least for how I enjoy games. That's good. And this, it is enjoyable. It's not, I mean, I will grant, because I know I talked about Middle Shadow of War before. I did all the Shadow War stuff. That was not the most fun. It wasn't unenjoyable, but it was, what's a notch above tedious? That's what it was. It wasn't exactly tedious. But it was definitely, you know, like, you would do 1 or 2 of the conquest things, and then he's like, okay, I'm done for the day. Yeah, I mean, that's just how that went. But this, do not feel that way. And I still did enjoy Middle-earth Shadow of War. In some ways, though, I do feel like Shadow of Mordor was better. But mainly, those ways would just be it was a tighter experience. But Shadow of War was not meant to be so tight an experience. It was meant to be a more open world experience than the other. So, although something I will say, because this is also an open world game, it is still very, very well done, very tight. Like the fact that there is actually special dialogue for when it's like, oh, I've already done this. That's actually really neat. And actually, that's something I need to make sure I have a note of. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Sorry, I was just got an email telling me about something happening on Thursday, right before I need to be in the same place for something else. So it's like, I might as well do that too. No, you don't see me. I'm hidden. Alright. Nah. I don't feel like challenging them right now. Maybe on my way back. Hang on. Oh well.
To the enemy! Take them down! It's burning! I'm burning!
Okay, how do I get over there? Oh no, there's an opening here. This looks a little familiar. I've seen this same kind of setup before. Not that I'm suggesting that these caves are repetitious, just it looks familiar. And even then, if it's happened once in this entire map, even a few times in this map, it's a big ass map. I mean, I'm okay with that. Better than, I think it's Dragon Age 2, where, like, a lot, there comes a point when it's like every dungeon, every cave area is basically identical, you're just seeing it from a different angle. I'm pretty sure that is the case for some of them. Oh, it's just him. No, there's just nobody here. Alright. That first. Now. Where? So down here, it sounds like. Pond in the south. Well, I'm not gonna be able to grab that right now. Just a minute, Mom. That. There. Okay. Let's talk. And you should seriously meet Marcus.
Lamb, you made it. I trust the seas were favorable?
Poseidon might be the only one not trying to kill me.
And did you go to Thera? Did you find him?
I did.
What did he tell you?
He told me a lot of things. Icarus was once his, the doors to Atlantis need to be sealed, and something about mind-controlling artifacts. I think I left with more questions than answers.
Yes. He tends to have that effect on people.
When you and he... Well, did you know he was over 100 years old?
He looked young for his age. I never imagined we'd stand on Spartan soil together again.
I don't know how to feel. I spent some of the happiest days of my life here. And some of the worst, too.
Sparta is our home. But we'll have to rid ourselves of the Puppet King if we are ever to find peace.
Whatever happened to our old house?
Nikolaos stayed after I left, but now that he's gone, I don't know.
Why don't we go find out?
Of course. But first, there's something I want to show you.
It is interesting that apparently ancient Greece had horse sharing in their cities.
We get to Sparta, the more memories keep flooding in.
No matter how far I ran, I never could escape them.
I know. On Naxos I could forget. It was as if I had locked Sparta in a box and lost it to the bottom of the sea.
Did you put your memories of us in that box?
I wanted to, but it would have taken all the wood in the land to be big enough. This is where I first trained you to use your spear.
Hesitation only hastens the grave.
You remembered.
How do you think I got this far?
We had to pry that spear from your hand while you slept. You said you needed it to fight the monsters in your dreams.
I couldn't face Cerberus empty-handed. Those children will be ripped to shreds. We should help them.
Kassandra, wait! You mustn't interfere. This is Spartan training territory. The agoge is what turns boys into men. Interfering would only weaken them, weaken Sparta.
They're no good to Sparta if we leave them to die.
And they're no good to Sparta if they're too weak to kill a wolf. Come. Let's go home.
I do feel like it's gonna be better to stay with her.
That training is ruthless.
Not ruthless. Effective. The best of those boys will become Kryptia, keepers of the peace and stalkers in the night.
Stalkers in the night?
There's a reason Sparta never changes. It has rules, and they are strict. Spartans rule Laconia, but most of its citizens are ilotas, enslaved peasants made to work the fields and mines.
Slaves? Why don't they revolt?
Spartan fields keep them fed, and Spartan warriors keep them safe. First from the Persians, and now from the Athenians. When they forget their place, the Kryptia are ordered to keep the peace.
I see.
Most of us make great sacrifice.
I never thought I'd find myself back in Sparta. It looks so peaceful, despite the war raging elsewhere. Most. Not all.
Well, that was interesting. I think this is the old home.
This was the first and last place I ever felt safe.
As soon as you were old enough to hold a spear, you trained in this yard from morning till night.
Nikolaos was a tough teacher to please.
He hid his pride from you. But every night he would tell me, she's going to bring glory to Sparta.
As much as I hate him for what he did, I wouldn't be who I am today without his training.
My heart broke that day. But for the first time in ages, standing here with you, I truly believe it can mend again.
Me too.
Do you remember the first time you held your brother?
I was scared I'd break him. I piled every blanket and pillow we had around me.
Even then, you held him so tight, I thought you would squeeze the life out of him.
He turned out stronger than we thought.
The gods must be playing tricks on my eyes.
Good to see you, Brasidas. It's been a long time since I rescued you from the warehouse fire in Corinth.
That's not how I remember it.
You look well, Brasidas.
The rumors were true. You're alive!
Many we thought to be dead are still breathing.
When I heard the two of you came home...
We're in Sparta, but we're not home yet.
We want our house back, Brasidas.
Sparta claimed your estate after Nikolaos' disappearance. They're waiting for his adopted son to claim it. But he hasn't returned from the war.
Stentor? I knew I should have killed him on the beach. What do we have to do to get it back?
You'll need to negotiate your Spartan citizenship with the kings. It won't be easy.
Why not?
As happy as I am to see you, the kings won't be. Especially Archidamos. Your exit from Sparta wasn't exactly... graceful.
He can't still be mad I broke his nose.
You what?
In any case, he hasn't forgotten. But I have an idea that might help him forgive.
Tell us.
Spartan soldiers have been giving weapons to the Ilotes. Whoever takes care of these traitors will earn his thanks.
Why on earth would Spartan soldiers be helping Ilotes?
Ilotes greatly outnumber Spartan citizens. But they're leaderless, mostly farmhands, servants, and apprentices. If someone unified them, armed them, and trained them, they'd be a real threat to Sparta.
But you said it was Spartans who were arming them.
All the more reason to deal with this quickly. You find out why the Ilotes are being armed, and you'll have the king's attention.
That was weird. Sorry, I just refreshed the live preview page, and it was actually showing, like, from when it first went down as
They
being
were
live.
last spotted in the
It's
Gorani
fixed
marble
now, so
quarry, in the forest
that
of
was weird.
Eurotas.
So, I find the soldiers. Then what?
Spartans are loyal to their commander. Take him out, and the rest should disperse.
And the weapons?
Destroy them. The Ilotes have caused enough trouble with shovels and sickles. The last thing Sparta needs right now is them carrying swords.
So, to get our house back, I must take out the Spartan commander responsible for inciting a useless rebellion. Sounds easy enough.
Find me in the throne room when it's done.
And where will you be?
This is where I raised you. It's also where Leonidas raised me. I'm going to visit his tomb just beyond the estate. You should pay your respects too before you get started.
I'll try.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm guessing it's that one right there. Oh, no, it would be over here, I guess.
Grandfather was a true hero. Maybe one day they'll sculpt a statue of him.
Somehow I doubt it.
You're not one of my soldiers. You better have a good reason for being here.
We Spartans stand together. So here I am.
Yes. Spartan blood matters most.
Looks like this victory will bring you glory.
The rewards of skill and effort.
It's the Spartan way.
From slave to general. Bathing in the blood of this war while our leaders stuff their faces and preen.
The Polemarchos believe it's an easy victory.
I will end this war in my favor.
You have a strategy?
Athenian Polemarchos are paralyzed with indecision. They serve too many masters.
Making them slow to react.
And that's where you come in. Infiltrate their forts and kill the Polemarchos. I need the way clear for my troops.
I'll do my part. Consider the commanders already dead.
Bring me their Athenian seals as proof. You'll be rewarded for your efforts.
I like this. Just the parallel.
Leonidas. He was Sparta's last true hero. We'd all be under the yoke of the Persian Empire if it wasn't for his courage. The same blood courses through your veins.
So, our blood is the blood of kings.
You are so much more than a mercenary. You carry the blood of heroes,
Getting more
blood
while
of
they
power.
talk.
Remember what I told you?
That people would try to take that power for themselves.
And then you promised.
I wouldn't let them.
Hold out your spear.
And somehow Herodotus knew how to do this too.
All of this talk of the Pythia, I do not care what she says.
Enough! We have grown tired of your insolent tongue. Sparta will not go to war. The Pythia has spoken.
Pythia says what you tell her to say. She has been your puppet for far too long. The time has come to cut her strings.
Oh, Leonidas. The days of heroes are over. You think your blood makes you special? If we opened your veins, it would spill to the ground and disappear through the cracks. You are no one.
You are more than welcome to find out.
Your fate is sealed, son of the lion. Xerxes will unite us. He will bring order to chaos.
Divide the Pythia and everyone you love. Everything you stand for will perish.
Gather the men.
My king?
Xerxes wants Sparta. You'll have to go through me.
Incredible! Now, do you understand?
What must I do?
It's time we embrace our destiny. Both of us. If we don't stop the cult before it's too late, then all Leonidas fought and died for was for nothing. Our bloodline has risen to those who would enslave us.
It's time we rise again.
Well, well, well. Mother and daughter united in Sparta at last. And look at you. Goddesses among mortals.
King Pausanias, we're honored. I was sorry to hear about your father.
Yes. Our fathers would have been proud to see us here today.
You remember Kassandra, my king?
Who could forget? The girl who died to save her brother. Such a tragedy. An innocent child put to death because of an ancient, merciless law.
Two innocent children were put to their deaths that day.
Kassandra, enough. Apologies, my king. She's been away from Sparta for a long time.
You both have. This one has fired like her mother. In any case, Sparta was weakened by losing you both.
We're examples of why these laws must change.
Oh, I agree. But King Archidamos, if he could carve Spartan law across the chests of every citizen, he would.
I've spent my whole life looking over my shoulder. If Sparta is to be my home again, I'd rather it be a peaceful one.
Peace at what cost? When Spartans aren't killing, they're training to kill. And when they're not killing Athenians, they're declaring war on their own people. But we're not here to talk about the dead, are we?
We know Sparta reclaimed our house after what happened to my father in Megaris. We want it back.
Mind your tongue, child. You may not live in Sparta anymore, but I'm still your king.
We graciously request an audience with you and King Archidamos to discuss reinstating our citizenship and reclaiming our home.
Of course. There is nothing I'd want more. Archidamos, however, still hasn't forgiven you for the whole nose incident.
What can we do to sway him?
There's rumor of a Hilot rebellion, and the Kreptia are stoking the flames. Savagely killing Hilots, stealing livestock, and leaving corpses to rot in the streets.
The Kryptia represents Sparta's ultimate achievement in military training. Their discipline and fearlessness makes Sparta's army the most feared in the world.
Once. But the Kryptia have become corrupt and bloodthirsty. And training boys to kill unarmed peasants is nothing to be proud of. Do you want your home back or not? Good. So the Ilots will no longer support the senseless slaughtering of their people.
And where would I start looking for these Kryptia?
One can be found in the fort on Zarak's Point. Another was assigned to guard the Spartan leader's house. The third is more elusive. He was last seen in one of the villages west of Hilot Hills. He's definitely the loudest of the three.
My mother spoke of these Kryptia. What can you tell me about them?
They are the hidden ones. Hand-picked at an early age, starved and trained in isolation. They must steal and kill to survive. If they succeed at their training, they become the King's Guard.
But why have me killed them?
For years, the Kryptia kept the peace between the Ilots and Spartans. Troublemakers and threats among the Ilots were dealt with. But lately, these Kryptia have been killing men, women, and children without reason or mercy. Babies ripped from their mothers and fed to the wolves. The Kryptia have become a breeding ground for ruthless savages.
Is there anything I should know about King Archidamos?
Traditional, brutal, boring. Archidamos values the old ways over the welfare of his people. He sided with the elders that day on Mount Taygetos.
If killing Kryptia will get our home back, I'll do it.
Alright. I don't really want to work on any of these missions right now, though. I want to do everything else. Yeah, there, and then south. I was really expecting that at
If Archidamos believes in the old ways, won't killing his Kryptia create conflict between him and Pausanias? I miss Kefalonia sometimes. Life was simple, even if Marcos was a bumbling idiot.
Yep. And my suspicion is it's actually the other one, the one that we didn't meet there, the one that is the traditionalist, that is not the cultist. Let's see, what have we got on this guy? Once Brasidas dead. Well, I guess we'll see once we meet the two of them. But I first want to take care of those missions. But before that, I want to take care of this.
You'd better not get too close. You really need... Let's do this!
Where? Oh, right there. Oh, well, that's easy. Yep.
Ella.
fucking game. Alright. I might as well go like that, because once I get into this, it's gonna expose a lot. Oh, this is also a quarry. So this may also be where I am. Yeah, there's a target here for me.
Found him. Found him. This is the marble quarry Brasidas mentioned. The weapons have to be here somewhere. There's only one Spartan here that I need to kill. It'll be easier if I don't alert the others.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill them all.
I need to take down their commander. To go. That's two. Time to find the others. Weapon racks destroyed. Won't take much longer. To go.
have given me my freedom. How can I ever repay you?
I never thought I'd be free.
Don't make me come over there.
Damn it. I was saying but the button to chain, it just was refusing to. Alright, let me look at this. Okay. Yeah, I'll just head up there. That looks like a fast travel point right there. Meaning the one I was actually at recently. Wow. Well, that's the pond. Right there. Awesome. Just that engraving is complete then. 250 is the highest you need. Alright. I think it's at the top of that mountain, so... If not that one, it's this one. I can head over that one just as easily. And then turn south. Oh, okay. And stone turns weak. Kind of unsure what that means. This is definitely its summit. And it is north. Oh, wrong button. I'm kind of tempted to look this one up because I really do not understand what this stone turns weak reference is. And it's like, it's not just at the top. So, yeah. And I'm pretty sure this is the spot. Well, maybe over there. That might be taller. It does look like there's more there too. Hang on, let's somebody first off. That shadow box sure is weird. You can see it down in the lower right. It's just there is a distance that the detail comes in at, and the shadows come in at correctly, and well, sometimes you see it. Head over there. I mean, that's higher than this, so that is more the summit. Even though it's not exactly north of where I found this. Although, true, it's take the road going north out of it. Road could then turn. And there is something stone up there. Well, true, it's mountains. There's a lot of stone, but there's that weird formation up there.
Gods can keep Olivos. This is the best view in all the Greek world.
Interesting. I guess if I had paid attention to the name, that would also have helped. That, yeah, I'm looking for a sword in the stone. Which even then, it actually wasn't in a stone. That's, as I recall, it's more likely it was actually held in an anvil. I once had an odd idea, though, for a... I mean, I don't know Arthurian legend that well. But that, it might be more... Well, yeah, one thing that I do know about King Arthur in that legend, that's part of the reason why it endured, was the fact that he was not raised as royalty. He was raised as a commoner and then regained his birthright to be king. So this helped the story remain popular because of the idea that you could have, among the commoners, someone that could become king. When you had a very, very class-based society, that's a big idea. Well, one idea I had was maybe it was a sword from stone, not necessarily suggesting that it was drawn, like the sword was implanted in stone and then pulled out, but could also have the meaning of, like, he made it himself from the ore. So he drew a sword from the stone by being a smith and forging it. Which would also lend itself to the idea of it a king from the commoners. Because a king wouldn't normally do forging, I would think. And it would certainly have been messy work. The iron and steel you'd be working with, pretty sure those are considered black metals too. Well, I know iron is, I would think steel is. White metals being like silver and gold. Because there were also whitesmiths, in case you're wondering. Blacksmiths and whitesmiths. Whoop, what the heck? Okay, the game crashed. Hey, there's the logo thing. Alright. The funny thing is, OBS kind of gets upset when it is showing still. I think it just freaks out some because the bitrate needed for this is really, really low, but you use a constant bitrate when streaming. So it just freaks out and needs to fix that. Needs to be throwing in bits to pad with. I at least know that the recommendation is to use a constant bitrate. I've never actually really tried variable bitrate to see what happens. But even then, part of the reason why you want to use a constant bitrate instead of a variable bitrate is that potentially with a variable bitrate you could go above that. So above the target. You know, now that I think about it, Arthurian legend could also be a good...
Let's go.
Oh man, it's all the way back here. Alright. Arthurian legend could be a good setting for an Assassin's Creed game. The only issue is Arthur wasn't real. I mean, there may have been real kings that inspired him, but there wasn't a King Arthur. You know, you would be much more fantasy. But then, in a way, you could still work that, though. With the idea being that he did exist, but the Templar orders somehow ensured that his existence was hidden, was removed from factual knowledge, removed from history, but that the story still endured. Now I'm just thinking, where exactly would that be set? I mean, certainly some in Great Britain, but you'd also have to include at least part of France. And potentially even more. Yeah, I think that could work, though, for a setting. And, oh, man, there's enough
Gods can keep
weirdness.
This is the best view in all the Greek world.
I hope I caught that.
Move.
Okay. So I quick save there. Let me just make sure. Nope, didn't take it. How about now? Yes, good.
Come on.
Oh, maybe it just took some time to do the quick save. But yeah, because I mean, there is definitely some wisdom, and you got artifacts present. You've got, oh crap, what would the? Because there's two swords associated with Arthur. One is Excalibur. I don't remember if that's the sword from the stone. No, I don't think that was. That one had a different name. Excalibur was the one given by the Lady of the Lake. So you got two there. If you want, you could also go with the Holy Grail, but that's not technically Arthur. That's three of the Knights of the Round Table, including Galahad. I don't remember the name. Was it like Percival and Bors? Were those the other two? I don't remember. I know Galahad was one of them. What's the name of the spear? That was there as well. What else? Oh yeah, that would be a good one too. Although that's actually not, it was incorporated into Arthurian legend. Sir Bors, I think it was Sir Bors and the Green Knight. Which is, I mean, when I read it, it was part of Arthurian story. It was part of the Arthurian legend. But at one point I saw something about it that apparently its origin is separate. So it may have just been encompassed into Arthurian legend, which happens actually. There's many legends that would have been the case with. But the story to that. Oh, is this Artemis? Do I not need to be afraid? No, I probably. Well, I don't remember if there was a you need to kill a leader here or not.
Off we go now. This area will be well defended.
Hang on, I need to. No, I don't. Alright, hang on. Pull this up. So the story is... Okay. Box arranged to look like a map. Okay. So then, yeah, that's down there. This is where Athens would be. Cephalonia would be this. Macedonia, and yeah, okay. That would be the captain. So, I'm about to do something stupid. But the story was that Sir Bors, I'm pretty sure it was Sir Bors, maybe not. He was traveling and was injured. Well, he encountered the Green Knight, and they fought. And Bors was injured, but the Green Knight, he managed to decapitate him. The Green Knight, however, picked up his head and told him that they would finish the fight in 1 week. Or something like that. He could have another chance, but it would be in 1 week. I think it was something. And what ended up happening was Bors found help with a. Was it a pastor? Or, I don't think it was a priest because he was married. But basically found a home that took care of him. That religious man and his wife. Hang on, I wanna. Okay, I should head over. And when there, the husband had to leave to go about his business, and so Bors was left recovering with the aid of the wife, and the husband made the deal that that whatever she gives him, he must return to the husband. And oh man, this is so little. And what ended up happening was on the first day she did like give him a kiss. So when the husband came home at dinner, Bors gave him the kiss, and it went on like that for a few days as he was recovering. On the last day though, the wife gave him this green sash. And because she was aware that he had this fight to the death coming up, and she didn't want him to be killed. So she gave him this green sash and told him that so long as he wears it, he cannot be killed. Now, the deal would be that he would need to give it over to the husband. But he didn't. All he did was give him another kiss, just like before. Well, so then Bors ends up having to face the Green Knight, and the Green Knight, I think it was for just 3 days, by the way, with his great axe, and I mean, it may have actually been a great axe, but big axe is what I mean, swung at, I think that may have actually been it, that not so much that it was combat, but that the Green Knight would get his opportunity to try to behead Bors. Swung once at his neck and stopped just short. Swung again, stopped just short. Third time swung it and actually did just cut it, just like break the skin kind of cut, but didn't kill him. And it was at this point that he then revealed that he was in fact the husband, and that he knew that his wife had given him the sash. But he forgave him the lie because, even though yes, he did lie, he didn't, turn over the sash as was arranged, he understood that it was just to save his life. He did not want to die, so he forgave him for that. And then I think it was basically the two were friends, and I don't recall if the Green Knight was then brought in to be among the round table, the Knights of Arthur. I don't remember if that was the case or not. Wow, there is just a whole lot of nothing. Actually, I should do this. But I mean, so you got that sash there as well as an artifact. Depending, you could even have some fun, because there was definitely various myths as far as like things interconnecting and feeding into the Arthurian legend. But I could also see something like like Beowulf is a much, much older story, but still finding a way to incorporate that because Beowulf is an English story. Well, Arthurian legend is, well, probably both English and French. So you could have some reference back to Beowulf things in there too for fun. Kind of like how here we had the Minotaur, the Cyclops, Medusa, and the Sphinx, which would all be references to much older stories. But I will grant, it would be nice to see more non-Western settings for Assassin's Creed. Like, I think, well, I'm not sure if you want to count Origins, Assassin's Creed Origins, as Western or not. I mean, definitely had a Western influence there, because at that time, Greece and Rome would be considered Western. Not so sure about Egypt itself, but Egypt had already been heavily influenced by the Greek presence, so it is there. Then Assassin's Creed 3, well, that part of it is the Native American stuff, which isn't strictly speaking Western, but you also had the English and the Americans, so that definitely was Western. But how some people say that we should have Assassin's Creed China or Japan. Like that would definitely be interesting. In fact, that might be a good one to follow this.
They'll be watching for me.
And I say that mainly because of just the number of islands and such that can be involved. Because, I mean, this already has a heavy map with a lot of islands to it, so you could pull it off, potentially. But also you'd have to have the Koreas in there. Well, actually it would have just been Korea then, but but I mean, yeah, that could definitely be interesting. Potentially even some Russian influence, depending. Depending on what time period you would see the Great Wall in some stage of creation. Which reminds me of one thing that is so annoying. I hated when seeing things that try to talk about how long it took to build certain things. It was like talking about the Great Wall of China taking like over 1,000 years. It's like, no, that's completely inaccurate and inappropriate. The Great Wall of China was never built as one wall. It was a number of walls that have since become connected, but they were separate constructions. I mean, it's you can't count that period of time when there was no construction because the wall wasn't being expanded on or built. There wasn't a desire for it at that time. You can't count that as time that it was being built. There were some others on that list, on those lists that I was seeing too. I just can't think of them. Again with this. I don't want to kill them.
Let's go.
At least I know I need to go in this direction. No, actually, hang on. Let me make that a note. I mean, as it is, I don't like how some of the requirements are for these locations. You know, especially the silo. It's like that really doesn't seem appropriate to me. But this is just, it's like, no, they should be very, they're not my enemy, they should not be allowed. It should just be a, no, that's cleared already, you're good. Where the hell are the chests? Okay, there's one. I better be allowed to just take it. Yep. That's one.
Slow down, you idiot!
I'm sorry, it's a horse, and it is stupid. Partly, in case you're wondering, I am hoping to find a fast travel point over here. I'm just not having any luck with that so far. Okay, so this is too far. I know there was that one way up there, but I don't think that was part of the hunting grounds. That I think, yeah, that's gonna be within the zone.
Ella. Ella.
All right. Oh, good. Right
Off
there.
we go now.
Of course, one issue with trying to go beyond, trying to go to non-Western regions for Assassin's Creed is that all of the first civilization stuff is Greco-Roman, is Western. It's like, there's Zeus. The name is Zeus, Hera, or Juno, and Athena, Minerva, there we go. It's like, that's their name. Those are their names. That's what's established. You'd have to, I mean, true, it's not like they couldn't, but you would have to build on. You would have to introduce the other stuff. And I don't think we've had that yet. You know, yeah, let's actually go up there, then come down and just get the rest of this area.
Let's go.
Come on, jump.
God, it burns! I don't want to be spotted here.
Ooh, that would be interesting. Okay. One thing just entered my mind: if they were to do a Far East Assassin's Creed, so China, Korea, Japan, that region, that if you were to do a, because they've said before that they, you know, following Origins, they want to keep it where there is a male and female character to play. And just personally, I do like the idea of having the stories be separate. Ooh, yes, there. And by that I mean, like, if the Alexios story is in fact him in part being under the cult, not just a, you know, basically doing all the same stuff I've done as Kassandra, but this time as Alexios. And it would be interesting if it was something like for that culture, especially if you centered in Japan. Have it be like a samurai and ninja. Or just, because at least my understanding, this could be wrong because I'm sure there's a lot of myth. And not only just myth, but inaccuracy in how they describe that ninja was not, I guess, as ritualized would be one way to put it. Not as steeped in tradition as samurai were. And just that could be an interesting way, because like samurai would definitely expect, yeah, that'd be the male character, and then the female would be the ninja, where it's like, well, there aren't the traditions to forbid it, to forbid her from doing that, and just could be interesting. Certainly looks like there's a quarry there. Oh, that isn't a quarry. That's something else. And it also did say north of Messinic. Okay, maybe this is it then. There's a hidden chicken coop, supposedly. I know, it just would have made some sense. Inside the temple probably wouldn't be hidden. However, I did just hear a chicken. Whoops. I didn't mean to kill them. Oh, there we go. See, I thought that maybe I need to break these jars. That's why I attacked. I'm sorry, chickens. I really didn't mean for you to die. There are a lot of people here to kill. I switched to the flame because I only just noticed that her name is Venom Drinker. It's like she might not mind the poison so much. She might have resistance there.
Somebody help me!
I was kind of wondering where the lynx was. Alright. Just needed to get the preview going again and drop the video that we get once again. Huh. Let's quickly look at that bow. Now, Eros, as I recall, was son of Aphrodite and Ares. Huh. Not bad. Just not that great, especially for how I've been playing. Just okay, no, it does. Then I should head over there.
Let's move!
I just want to quickly... Yeah, I should make a note of that too. Just I do want to note that it's like I'm at almost 4, but only achieved 3 marks on the bounty level there, and I killed 3 mercenaries, and there are no more coming for me. That's kind of interesting. How even though killing a mercenary doesn't drop your bounty level, once you kill them, there isn't someone that just replaces them and keeps coming for you. Rude. Oh, nothing in here. Except a broken wall, as far as lighting is concerned, at least.
Stupid flames, get out! Out, damn you!
You know what just dawned on me? What, how a New Game Plus could work in this is if maybe you get some additional ability points when you start, but or just like some of the things on like the spear level is preserved, and the some of the ones along the bottom, like the fall damage thing, are preserved, but also all the engravings. I could see that working. So you're not just giving the armor and such back. I'm gonna do this one, maybe this one, get that, and then I'm gonna save and go to bed, because I'm rather tired. I mean, I'm past 3 hours on this recording. I did 5 hours earlier today. I think 8 hours in a game in one day is enough. You know, let me try something. That may have worked better. But this is still the best. I guess they do actually replenish. It just takes a while. The mercenary is hunting you. So I will correct that note then. That's a cultist.
I land you!
Alright. I'll do that. Right after I get the fast travel point. Under a willow tree, it had said. I see it.
They'll keep a sharp watch here.
There? Okay. Just want to clear through some stuff here. That's an interesting combination. I don't know what counts as a distant target, so... So I'm just taking care of the laptop there. I'm just gonna close it. I don't... Even if it suddenly stops working, and I don't know that because the preview, this is all I'm doing. It's not like there's much that we lost. Only they have a fire damage instead of poison. Because then that would be amazing with the Sauron mace. Yeah. That could be nice. Nah. Actually, no, that was nice. See, the fact that it's, well, full health is nice, and that it's assassination, so it kind of works well, because you're probably going to assassinate people while you're at full health. And then just so that they are cleared. There. Right. Save that one, delete this one. Holy crap, I'm past 86 hours. See you next time.